Beauty's when you just got out the shower, hair still dripping, wrapped up in a towel. Beauty's when you're ready in an hour. Them long legs, I call them the Twin Towers. You put that.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Destiny B, and I'm back in Snatch, sweetie. Today's video, I'm talking all about feminine care, okay? These are my tips to you on how to level up your feminine hygiene. First things first, I want to give tips on your womb and how to care for it during your menstrual period and all that jazz. I recommend using chlorine-free pads. This is the brand that I use. You can find it at Target. I've seen it in Walgreens too, the smaller packs, and like CVS's. They're starting to come in the pharmacies. This brand is pretty new, but there's like 2 other brand lines that are chlorine-free, and they have no synthetic pesticides or dyes or fragrances, and you don't want any chemicals in your womb in that area. Another tip is to make sure that that area down there is always kept dry and clean, because in dark, moist areas, bacteria and all other nastiness tends to grow and feed off of those environments. I also recommend rinsing from time to time with apple cider vinegar, because it resets your pH balance down there. So a lot of women who tend to get many yeast infections, although if it's severe, you clearly have to see a doctor and use what is recommended by them. And with the apple cider vinegar, you can like run yourself a bath and literally just pour some apple cider vinegar in it. After I am finished with my menstrual, I tend to take warm water and apple cider vinegar and just like put it on my rag and just hold it in that area down there. But I take baths frequent, and I can talk about that later on in the video or in another video, because my bath routine is very it's a lot. I do not recommend douching. A lot of women tend to douche after they see the period to remove the old blood out of their system, because you know it still tends to flow out even after your cycle. Because it just needs to do what it has to do. Your Yoni does everything that it needs to do on its own. I literally rinse my Yoni with water. That's it. I washed outside, but inside gets rinsed with water, and that's it. And I use dial soap because I'm just used to using dial soap. I always get a lot of piercings, so I'm like, why should I use 2 different soaps? It became a lot, so I just started to stick to dial soap and just wash my piercings or whatever, and wash my body in one setting. Another tip, not to use scented washes. OBGYNs always tell us that your Yoni is not supposed to smell like pineapples, roses, all these exotic smells. It's not supposed to, really. You yourself have your own, pheromones, your own scents, and that is sexy enough, okay, sweetheart? When it comes to hair removal, I like to wax my vag. I like to wax down there because I don't like to deal with ingrowns. I like how silky smooth it feels afterwards, but you can still get that silky smooth finish with razors. However, I am a licensed cosmetologist, so I do not recommend using a razor. But when I had to, I learned how to perfect it. I wet those areas, put coconut oil or olive oil, just a natural oil. Let the area get soft. I use a men's razor because those razors get closer to where you need it to get, and men use it on their face, and you kind of want to have the same finish that a smooth face would give you, right? And they usually have 3 blades, so it's really nice and effective. The hair, so you're supposed to go against the direction of the hair when you're razoring your legs or your body parts, and then afterwards, that's where I would use a sugar scrub. My wax specialist recommended raw sugar scrub. Looks like this. I found it in Bed Bath & Beyond. That's like my favorite store. It has done wonders. Like, I love how it feels. I used to use Tree Hut. Tree Hut is really dope. It's really nice. But this is just, the finish that it gives you, it's really nice. I don't know. It's like my skin really absorbed it. You really want to take care of your skin because your skin is your largest organ. Your skin is your largest organ. Your skin is your largest organ. Just wanted to put that out there. Be conscious. With teeth, my oral hygiene, you should be brushing your teeth at least twice daily. I know sometimes people forget, but bacteria really builds a lot in your mouth. You should know this. Your mouth is actually very disgusting, but it's life, right? I use Arm & Hammer with baking soda. Baking soda tends to whiten your teeth. I believe peroxide is good to kill germs as well. They have a peroxide and a baking soda one. I think that's the one that I'm still using right now. I use a Crest mouthwash. I didn't bring it with me because you guys can use your discretion and find a good mouthwash. This is my little bag with knickknacks for my teeth. I also use White Strips by Crest. It's enamel safe. You're supposed to use this not too often. That's what the box lets you know how often you're supposed to use it. I think they say you should only whiten your teeth 6 times within 1 year. Unless you go and get your teeth professionally whitened. Whitening, I believe when whitening they shave down on your teeth, which can affect your enamel. I'm no dentist, I don't know, but I remember always wanting to get my teeth whitened, and my mom would be like, no, like, you're fine. And people used to always compliment my teeth, but I was just so obsessed with my mouth. Here's one of my other favorite things to do. Flossing, okay? You need to floss your teeth every day. I'm obsessed with flossing. I literally walk around with the floss. My mom gets mad because sometimes I leave it around, but I don't do that anymore. That's very disgusting. But I just like to floss my mouth. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. I love my mouth feeling and looking and being clean. So flossing is very essential. It does make your teeth look whiter. It does make your breath smell better. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. I did read somewhere a long time ago that eating strawberries and eating, I believe, strawberries and apples may whiten your teeth naturally, which at the time I was eating a lot of strawberries and apples, and I used to get a lot of compliments on my teeth being so white. So I wanted to talk about underarm. When you're removing your hair, same thing as shaving or waxing, whatever you decide to do, sugaring, you can do those things at home. You can do those things on other people if you're not licensed, but make sure you focus on yourself and make sure you're shaving underneath your arms, removing that hair, because bacteria stays in that hair. Hair on our body is to protect us so that germs and all those other nasty things don't get absorbed into our bodies. But sometimes you just gotta let it go because it holds odor too, you know? So when you shave, whatever, I have switched to a natural deodorant. This is Tom's. This is my favorite one. Coconut lavender. One thing I will say when switching to natural deodorant, you do go through a phase where your body's kind of like purging itself. It's getting rid of all the aluminum in your body. I know a lot of people suffer with like dark marks under their arms. I would go see a wax specialist that does extractions and get your arm extracted first and then start exfoliating that area often. Exfoliating is key, ladies. If you suffer with dark marks, ingrowns, all that jazz, exfoliate. Okay, exfoliating is very important. I exfoliate my whole body very often. I used to have really bad strawberry legs. I still have strawberry legs, but it's way better since exfoliating. Bio oil is good for that. But this is aluminum free. Switch to aluminum free. You don't need those chemicals, no other substances, nothing in your body than what needs to be on your body. Okay. For body, make sure that you're washing yourself, especially when it gets hot outside. You need to clean your body. You don't want it to have dirt, oil, sweat build up, all that stuff, and it makes you feel cranky. Especially if you suffer from anxiety, water is really good for you. So like if you ever are having an anxiety attack, run your hands in some water or take a shower or take a bath. Water calms you down. So the lotion that I use, and this lotion is so good. This brand came out, they say 1959, but I saw them in like 2016. This is the brand that I use. They have a coconut one that I love, but this is one that I picked up. The other one is cocoa butter, and it feels so good. This brand is so amazing. Their oils, everything is so moisturizing and nourishing. Definitely invest. I believe this is like, it's not even that expensive. I think it's like $10 or less than that. Again, I bought this in Bed Bath & Body. All my products mainly are from Bed Bath & Body. Soap, I use Dial soap because I use antibacterial soap for my piercings. But you use, if you're suffering from dry skin, super sweaty skin, make sure you use something that is good for that. Like if you have oily skin, I would use something maybe with tea tree oil in it and stuff like that. Go according to your skin. Another tip that I would like to give is to wear loose, not to wear tight clothing. I don't want to say wear loose clothing, but wear breathable clothing like cotton, so on and so forth, you know. And make sure you're sleeping comfortably. I decided that I'm gonna do hair care and makeup in a separate video where I'll call it Feminine Beauty. I hope you guys like this video. I was so anticipating making this video. I was so excited to make it. I'm excited for this whole series. Like, I want to do a whole series on femininity and leveling up your feminine style.
Straight up, but the rest swerve. You know it's beauty when a smile is her best curve. That's real beauty, no makeup shit. The girl you dream about and wanna wake up with.